Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FishTown here in City Skylines 2, which we're now witnessing the glorious infrastructure that we implemented in the last episode. Well, I wouldn't say it's glorious, it does the job right now. Are we going to have problems with the trains? Probably at some point in the future, them getting stuck here, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Talking about bridges, guys, we got bridges right now to our brand new airport island, which we're now witnessing only cargo planes landing at the airport. We finally did it, boys. We finally got the airport in FishTown right now. And I want you guys to do something for me. I am going to create a brand new district around the island, and I want you guys to give me some name suggestions of what we're going to call the airport itself. Whatever we call it, boys, let me know in the comment section down below. We'll rename it on the next episode. Oh, I'm excited to see what fishy names you will come up with for an airport, boys. But we got it all in. We got the airport in. We got a brand new rail yard as well, because the original one kept breaking. So we got a brand new rail yard in, which is pumping out so many trains. We've actually got 7 trains in use going to here, there, and everywhere right now, which has reduced the amount of vehicles quite exponentially right now, which is really, really good. We do have a few issues around the areas anyway, like we've got this power issue that we kind of suffering. It's more the batteries are depleted. It's they're not being able to produce enough electricity to kind of store in the batteries, so at the minute, we do have enough, just not enough excess to store. That's the only problem we've got right now. Now, I'm loving this, boys. I'm loving the bridges raising right now. It is a little bit of a hindrance, but I like the visual side of it. I think it's really, really good. But things are looking good then. So what are we doing today then? Well, we need to expand the airport island itself. I'm thinking about maybe doing some quay walls around it to really kind of like close it in. And also, we need to start thinking about passenger planes, and with passenger planes, we then need to start thinking about how we transporting the passengers from the airport to the greater areas around FishTown. Now, could this be the sign of where I then get in my beautiful buses back in? Could be. It could be. We will see. So if you are enjoying this series so far, where we do continue to build the great nation of FishTown based on the fishing industry, then make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you do get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, the airport itself, you can see what is now being stored here. Things are looking pretty good, boys. We got 55 tons of fish right now. Apparently there's more fish on the way, but we'll see. We'll see. Can I see any planes flying right now? Let me zoom right out. Where are the planes, boys? I think I've only got 2 plane routes, right? Am I right in saying that? Yes, we only have 2 plane routes. If I view the one, this plane right now is bringing back lots of grain and lots of paper. And hopefully going to be exporting lots of stuff at the same time. So, passengers then. Before I implement passenger planes, how are we going to bring passengers to and from the airport? Now, there's 2 ways in which we can look at this. We can either just solely integrate it with our transport hub to what we've got over there, which is probably one of the better ideas in terms of if we can get them over here, then they have then the choice of ships. I don't know why they would want to go on a ship. Utilizing the trams, the subway network, and eventually buses, which we do need to implement back in. So I could do something as super simple as integrating a bus terminal here and then just utilizing shuttle buses to take them over to the transport hub for them to then dissipate and get onto whatever lines they want to get onto. Now, the other side of it is we also integrate the existing lines of transport to bring them over here, which is great, but with that hub being so close, kind of feels like it doesn't really make much sense in that regards. So I think I'm just going to create a shuttle bus line over and then be done with it. We'll see. The other side of it is a third option, which is an even wilder option, is transferring my transport area here and building onto the airport island so it all takes place from there. What do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comment section down below, but for now, I'll just implement a small bus station. Should I do the city bus terminal station here? It's probably the better one out of all of them. I don't know whether to drop it just there or create like a designated area. I think a designated area might be the better option. So if I do that there to create you and then just stick you out and then stick you up and then drop you down here. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. I'm going to get rid of you. I might stick a little bit of a cheeky roundabout here just for the traffic to flow a bit more. Oh, actually, I can't. Right, I think the obvious answer would be to get rid of traffic lights. To allow them to continually flow through this with no holdups. Right, let me build a perimeter going around this first. Right, there we go. And then do I just pick a middle point like there and connect it? I think so. Keep it as its own unit. Now, it's got all the stuff it requires. I could add additional levels of car parking, but we don't need to. We don't have any cars. We could add the taxi stop, and I could add a subway interface, which I know we got there, and it didn't kind of go to plan, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. Do we have taxis still? We do still have taxis, so at least they will bring... Actually, where are the taxis? Taxis? That's... I mean, we're using... Oh, no, them taxi... Wait, hold on. Aren't those taxis coming in from over there to add... Yes, okay. I don't think I have taxis anymore. Didn't I get rid of it? Is that the taxi depot here? That's the bus depot. I got rid of my taxi depot, didn't I? Do we maybe integrate the taxis back? Oh, it's a tough decision, isn't it? It really is a tough decision. Where's my taxi depot anyway? Taxi depot. We can do a small or a normal large one. I kind of do like the idea of the large one. I could incorporate it in. Oh, this is annoying. Because it does help. Taxis do help. It does add to more road traffic. I'm not going to lie. It does add to more road traffic. Well, if I drop one down and an additional garage can go here, here, and here. And I think that's as many taxis as we will do. I don't think we'll go any more than that. Now, of course, we'll include the dispatch center. Don't need to be electric. And that gives us the ability to use 55 taxis within the area. I will have to go through and do more stuff, but at least we've got taxis underway. So let me just set up a simple bus route then. We're just going to do a simple one, and this is going to be like a little bit of our shuttle service from here solely to over here and then back. That's all it's going to do for the most part now. Now, we've now got one bus route. How many buses does it want to throw on there? It wants to throw on 4. I'll reduce it down to 3 in terms of ticket price, not how many buses. And then we have the ability to now go back and forth. Right. I could now implement... This is like the easy and lazy way to do it all. But I could now implement the passenger planes. And I'm going to. So as it stands right now, passenger planes can come in. They'll go to the bus stop, hop on the shuttle bus service to the transport area, and then pick where they want to go. It's an extra step involved. I could just extend these lines down, or the other option is move this whole transport hub onto this island. And then it all happens from there. The ships come in here, the planes come in here, and all the infrastructure for the transport lines ends here. That's probably the better option. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Right, now let's get our first sets of passenger planes all up and running. So we'll do one that will obviously fly out to... Is there too close, you reckon? It could work. It's nice and simple. And then we'll do a second one that flies out to here and then back again. Now, we need to make sure that those are free. Ticket prices. One plane. That one's a regional jetliner, and shall I make the other one be the larger version? We'll make the other one be the larger version, and also make that free as well. So we got 2 different types of aircraft that are going to be coming in, and now all of a sudden people can arrive via plane. Pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet. I like it. I like it. So I want to do a little bit more fine-tuning with this area in general. And one of them being to key wall the island off, so it kind of feels like this. I do want to extend the quay wall coming down here for this industrial area. There's still a lot of stuff I really, really want to do. So we'll fast forward the game and just allow this now to all happen. Cargo planes are now leaving. That's got electronics and minerals on board. You're now leaving. Oh, wait, get back here right now with minerals on board. That is a passenger plane. It's coming for the first time. No one involved on it at the moment. Lots of ships now sailing through. Everyone's got to wait their turn in terms of crossing the bridge. It is an annoyance, but it's a really cool feature and I do like it. I actually do like it. Right, there we go. Everyone's now rocking and rolling, boys. Everyone will now take their time. Gotta wait for that backlog to clear. And off they go. Off they go. Oh, should we get rid of the traffic lights here? Is that a possibility? Do I need to anarchy it to turn off traffic lights? Yes. Right, that should allow them to continue to flow through now at this point. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I haven't really quite decided yet. Right, that's a passenger plane coming in with 14 people on board. Before we key wall it all off, let's just see how this now works. So we are seeing people walking. And then we should see a few more people now exit the airport after that plane has just landed. So people are now starting to come out. They're making their way over to the bus stop right now, which we have 6 passengers currently waiting. And then where is the next bus going to arrive? Obviously, they're going to get caught up with this. Not really much I can kind of do about that. The question is, do we need as many ships then on this route? Like, we've got 9. Ooh, reduce the ticket price. We're going to change this now to minimum 4 boats on that one line. And then minimum 3 boats on that line. So reduce the amount of boats coming through. We don't need as many now at this point. Now we've got planes available. Buses are now entering, as you can see. So there's 36 people now currently waiting. You wait all day for a bus and then 2 come at once, as they say, boys, as they say. Taxis are doing their thing, which have provided more jobs for employees, which is really good. Same with the bus station as well. And it's a short and simple walk, no problemo. Right, hopefully with the reduction of ships means that this is not stopping and starting as much. Now, remember me saying we're going to have problems with the trains? You guys remember me saying that right now? Well, here is the problem with the trains. Right. We're going to have to stop the key wall for just a minute. It all does reset, but it's not good. Now, this is a trick we're going to take, right, from City Skylines 1 that I used to do. It's a little bit more difficult in this game to kind of do it. But in City Skylines 1, we had to create these bends, a 21 by 21. I don't know if anybody used to remember how we had to do that system in City Skylines 1. Let me anarchy this going in. So you got to make it wider and long enough for it to work. So you can pretty much rest a whole bend rest a whole train and a whole bend. So we're going to make that a little bit longer. And then do the same thing again here. Now, this one, of course, is going to be a bit more awkward because you also have this here involved. So if we take this back, we kind of have to then also bend it from there. So the crissy-crossy connection happens almost together. And none of these I can kind of pull away. You've got that awkward behavior, which I'm going to delete that and delete that back. You want them to crisscross together in many ways. Which I don't think we're going to be able to get that well to do it. So we'll do it like that. And then, of course, here. We're going to see if we bend. So you want them a little bit longer. And hopefully that is sufficient enough. So all the trains will pump back out again anyway. But hopefully that's a little bit more sufficient enough. Probably not so much there. But I'm hoping this one is wide enough that they can clear to keep the other junction free. That's what we're hoping anyway. I knew it was going to happen. I called it. There you go. There you go. Right. And because the trains were caught up, it increased the vehicle traffic because the trains were no longer useful. So it should get us back to normal. We'll give it some time. Right. I've been delayed doing these quay walls multiple times right now. Let's get these done. So, is it classed as a pathway? No. What's it classed? Oh, piers and quays. It's its own thing, Seniac. Come on right now. Let's go. Do I just go like really... I want it to align with all of this. Let me get rid of the anarchy. So I don't know whether to first build a perimeter road for the airport, and I can use then the snap-in to set me all up. So I'll anarchy this just so I can kind of get it to work. So the snap-in involved then will be really, really handy. I'm hoping we can snap to that. Right. There, and then go all the way down. To there. It didn't really snap as I was expecting it to, but it still does the job none the least, right? Still does the job. Right, let me get rid of this road. Goodbye. And then we're going to shape this more now, so it's going to feel more like of a like an artificial island in many ways. So if I bring this out a little bit, how far out do I take this right now? We'll bring it to there. And then we'll have to come back and fine-tune it again anyway. So we'll bring you to about there. Bring you out. And then I reckon we bring you up to about here. Now, how am I going to deal with this scenario? So we've got that there, which gives us pretty straight edges, but that's what happens when you kind of like build an artificial island. It's not bendy-wendy, it's all straight and all that jazz. So how am I going to transition to this? Now, of course, we probably have to go a little bit more further up here. I might readjust and change some stuff. But do I just make this go through that? Like that? Or do I pull it slightly back? Like that? If I was to... I don't know which one I prefer. I like it kind of going through it slightly. We'll probably keep that. And then we'll then set up the rest. So I'm going to roughly do an outline anyway. That's what I'm going to do. Do a rough outline. And then we'll have to landscape everything. So that's a little bit narrow there. This kind of... I couldn't really do that going all the... I mean, I could. But that's very, very narrow. So what I'll do is I'll cut back on that. We'll do it from there. And then run it down all the way. So if I move this further down... Now, I know this is going to be the way of the boats for just a minute. Right, that's the snap there. Right. We have our quay-walled island, which you could argue is a little bit bigger than I was expecting. But it does give me room to implement more industry on this and work with it a little bit more. It's quite a large island, isn't it? And for that, I kind of really do like it. I really do like it. So first things first, then, we're going to get rid of all the trees. We can't have an official artificial island. What am I even saying right now? I don't even know what I'm saying. Turn the snap off. Increase the strength. we can now get rid of it all. Alright, there we go. There we go. Right, nice. So we'll transform all the land, and then we'll have to obviously redo a lot of this stuff. We'll obviously have to redo a lot of it to get it to actually key off the edge of the land. So it's a little bit higher than what the quay wall currently is. So do I slightly drop it? Because it's all based on the elevation down to there. Smoothing. Yeah, smoothing. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, let's just go around the edges. It does mean the quay wall will raise a little bit higher. Again, not a problemo. Go all the way down here. Alright, there we go. Nice. Right, it does the majority. So if I delete it in stages now. So if I delete it there to there, I should be able to run my quay wall in. Which is going to have dramatic problems. Yeah, it's going to have dramatic problems now. So if I delete you, and then we're going to have to kind of artificially do it again. So just go to there. So by doing the land now, am I able to... No, this is going to be a huge problem. There's going to be so much fine-tuning I've got to do here. So much fine-tuning, which is going to be so annoying. Right, that works. I can raise certain areas, so like this, for example, I can just bring it up, flatten it all out. It's not a problem. It is not a problem. So, let's get back onto it. So, we'll go to there. Right, why did that not work? You guys ever, like, think back to, like, City Skylines 1 and go, oh, we had it so good in some of those? Like, the snapping was unreal. And then you, like, you know, this game, it can be a bit trying sometimes. Right, we know we're okay to there. But that's your issue? Oh, my goodness me. Right, delete you. Delete you. Fine-tune that a bit more. We need like a smaller brush size. So I can create my 90 degrees. Right, let me just go a little bit first. A little bit more. It's like this snapping just doesn't want to work. Right, there we go. Like, how did that do that? You know what I mean? It's like I've really got to get in to the edges here. There we... Oh my goodness. Me. Why can we not here right now create this corner? Are you joking me right now? Right, there we go. That corner for some reason was so awkward. It was so awkward. Right, the rest of this now should be a doddle. Okay, watch me blitz through this now. So now we know the reasoning behind all of this. So if I now fine-tune you like that. We eat into this for a bit of water. Okay, maybe not that far. We'll fine-tune all that again anyway. We run this down to about there. We run this up and in. Look at that, boys. It's like I know what I'm doing now. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Right, let's just get rid of some of you. So obviously I can't do much of that because it's eating into it, but I do like the pillars being on the edge, which is not bad. We've got to... So that key's there, which is perfect. Just get rid of all of this coming down, which stops keying there. And that's because of the shipping lanes here. Oh, I don't think I needed to delete them. I'm sure I could have just moved them. Yeah. Could have just moved them a little bit, which would have been fine. So narrow shipway anyway. And then my beautiful key wall should now just key exquisitely. Or not, because I need to do the terrain. Right, let's do it in stages. Right, keep it going. So I know there was going to be an issue there. I knew it anyway. It's just so I can then fine-tune where the land here needs to go. Oh, glorious. Right, bring you... That just now made a path. That just now made a path. Right, this... here is an issue. We might need to make that even narrower seaway. Might need to make that an even narrower seaway. Right, we're too far back here, is the issue. Right, we're almost there, boys. This, honestly, you'll be so impressed. It's going to look so good. This is just my last little section now. So I'm going to delete it all to there. We're then going to bring it out just a tad more. And, of course, into the corners. There we go. No, we don't go. We don't go. Well, let me start this side instead. So, delete ya, mate. And... bam. I might bring this side down first, which it's not going to work. It will to there. But that just needs to be pushed out a little bit more. And the world's longest quay walling is then done. We have our island. Nice. We have our glorious island. Now, there's only one thing to do to this island right now, and that is to put concrete all over it. Kind of. What I'll do is I'll extend this road first. So that will, of course, go to there. And this, in theory, could cross to give us access to whatever we build over here and whatnot, and some stuff down here as well. Now, it would be nice to apply a concrete surface decal to concrete this island off. Now, I could go the full shebang and do it. Let's just see how that looks, the full shebang. Granted, at first, it's going to look overwhelming, like when we did the port area. It's going to look overwhelming because there's a lot of open space, which is the problem. A lot of open space. Now, I'm also going to need to get rid. So if I just select you, the shallows around it, because that visually just change how it looks. Let me just get rid of all the shallows. There we go. Any shallows on this side? Yeah. And we will smoothing it all off. So getting rid of the shallows makes a huge difference instantly. But it's very strong on the eye at the moment. There's no greenery. It is an artificial island. We have concreted it all down because it's also going to be very industrial over this area. So that's what we have to understand. That is what we have to understand. Now, there is a lot of fine-tuning still needed to be done, which, as much as I would love to go over it now and do it all, it's going to take me a long time to go through it all and fine-tune, so I'm just going to leave it like that. One thing I will do is, just because it's going to annoy me if I don't do it, is just smoothing off. Just smoothing off right now a lot of these areas. And then call it a day there. Just at this minute, call it a day there. I know we do sink down slightly there, but I don't need to fine-tune that right now. I really don't. We've created our artificial island, and it's beautiful. Right, buses are doing their thing. We've got people coming and going at all times, which is great. We've got a few people. Do we have any people waiting here right now? Where does it say that? Yes, a few people waiting there. So it is being used. Great, amazing. Again, I'm going to reiterate this issue. Do you think I should move all my transport stuff to over here? Sole reason being, I then don't need that there. The bus route. That will be the bus route. And the transition's easier. I think I should. I just don't know how I feel just yet. I don't know how I feel just yet. Now, I do want to key all that down, but I'll save that for just a mo. We'll save it for just a mo. Now, what other stuff... Oh, okay. I see the power has since kicked itself back up again. What other stuff could we implement over here? Now, we've done the extension there. A lot of transport stuff could be built over here. Like if I need an extra tram depot, which I probably do, don't I? No, I've got a room there for a few more to kind of pop out. But after that, once we do some more extensions, we're going to have to kind of like rethink about it. So there is room, maybe. I could do that stuff. I could also implement, in terms of signature buildings, a couple more seafood factories over here. That could be a great addition. I want to save this area in case we do bring that over. But I think incorporating more seafood factories would be a good idea. We were able then to produce more food from the fish. So where could we do that? I know we opened up these areas for extensions, which might be the positioning for them. I could definitely throw one in towards the very end here. Only after a very minute extension. So this is going to be hilarious now, the fact that I've now got to try and extend you. So if I just come down here, can I get that 90 degree working? How did all this here go skew-if? Like, what is it snapping to? Stop snapping. Snap to 90 degree. Snap to zoning. What is it it's snapping to there? Is it, snap to guides. Snap to zone. It's trying to run on the subway line. How do I get it where it doesn't snap to the subway line? I'm wondering if maybe, and I haven't used this in a very long time, the grid. Is a relative good idea. Anywho. Right, all that. I'll have to anarchy this in, unfortunately. All that just to squeeze this in at the very end. Like that there. It's quite daunting on the eye, isn't it? It really is. Delete that, unfortunately. Delete you. Now we got that little extension. I am going to bring that road... Oh, I'm still on grid. Down to there. We'll bring you down to here for that little extension. I don't think we need that there, really, do we? I could end it with... It's such an awkward building, this. I could end it like you and... Just so you got the connections to the building. Vice versa. You could include more zone in there, which is great. It's such a big building. I could have rotated it and not had it end there, but it's pretty much just dead space. You might as well just fill it. We might as well just fill it. It's very awkward, but it gets the job done. Provides a few extra jobs, so up to 44 at the moment until it like levels up a bit more, whatever. Turns that fish into food product, which is not too shabby, so we get the end goal in the end. Issues with the bike lanes as well. This is a problem them trying to turn in. We've got this glorious interchange here, which I don't know why. It's probably more needed around here when you think about it. Now, is it just this one or is it this one as well? I can incorporate one here, which is not a problem. So how did I do these? Separate coming in and out. Right, I gotcha. I gotcha. So delete you. And then we need to incorporate a... Let's take off the snapping. Separate coming in. Raising to a 5. Or a 10. Well, we'll have to go to a 10 because of the angle. We don't have the space to play around with it. So that would go in there. You would have your bend here take place. That takes place there. And then I don't know how this is going to work on this one. But you'll need something like that, which is going to horribly mess up this alignment. Oh, whoa! Why is that so high? I mean, 10 was a bit too mental. Right, let's really bring these down. They don't need to be that high. Alright, there we go. That's a reasonable height. I'm going to delete you. And I'm going to bring this back down. Right, that shouldn't be elevated in the first place leading up to that point is what I'm now trying to make. So that goes to there. Oh, no, no, no. I've added in an extra bit there that didn't need to be there because I keep forgetting to do the damn bends. Right, delete you. Bend. Ew. What's your issue here? Why is this being so awkward? Oh, that connects in. Right, it's very awkward. But that should then do the job. Now, the only job it doesn't do is allowing these guys here to do that left turn to go in. That's the only thing it kind of low-key messes up. But you can kind of counteract that by doing it on this junction. So if I got rid of you, and then let's go and try and create some chaos one more time. So if I went bam, 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 and then come down. And then brought this up. So that flows in. We will also allow to flow in this way. And then obviously coming out, it's a little bit different. Because now you can't go the other way. That's why you take that turn instead. So the junctions do both things for us. It's just spread over two different junctions. So these guys who are caught up there who couldn't do that left turn now have to use this junction. Now the ones coming from this way will use this one instead. Well, he hopes anyway. It's got to wait for everyone now to figure out where they've got to go and what they've got to do. It should alleviate then our pressures. And keep everybody moving. I mean, bikes was such a good idea when the developers implemented it, but the practicality of now everybody wanting to use bikes is a bit mental. I've seen so many people struggling with bike traffic in their save games. I thought it was just down to me, the fact that I don't have cars on the island, but no. Even people with cars in their cities still struggle with the bike traffic. Right. Very good. It's looking very beautiful right now. Got artificial island, a little bit of an expansion, passengers transforming. It's kind of getting there. It is kind of getting there. Now, let me check some of my stats. So, parking availability don't exist because we don't have any cars. Traffic is 45% traffic, which is mainly down to industrial vehicles. Power. We are exporting power, so don't get it twisted by the fact that it looks like it's pretty low. We are exporting, so we do have surplus availability. Water, we are... Wow, okay, we're exporting a lot of water still, so there's still availability. Don't need to extend that anytime soon. Death care and healthcare is looking kind of okay. The healthcare percentage, average health could be a lot higher. Death care looks like we've got enough coverage. Our handling capacity a month versus deaths is pretty good. So nothing to worry about there. Garbage, we are... Okay, we've got loads of processing capabilities for garbage, so no need to worry on that front. Fire hazard, you could argue we could do with being a little bit better just to reduce it, but it's still within the green. That's still fine. Don't have any disaster control because we don't have any disasters. Policing, we have 2 people that have been sentenced. Interesting. But everything else is pretty green. Administration, we've only got one building there, doesn't really matter. Schooling, we could do with more elementary schools. So let's take a look at implementing an additional elementary school right now. Now, these guys down here are the ones that have the least amount of coverage. So we'll see if we can first implement a small elementary school. I'm going to drop it on these buildings there. Unfortunately, they're going to have to get slightly oofed. The elementary school provides up to 400 capacity. I could increase it slightly with an extension wing, but it does mean something else has got to be destroyed. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it like that. But that doesn't give me enough capacity still. It just kind of extends my coverage. We could do a city elementary school, which will give me more than enough. But then again, these guys over here do require it. So another city elementary school would be enough. I don't want to do like a tall building within here. We could do it within this vicinity, but it might be a case of squeezing it instead over here. We can add the capacity and the extra playground on. And that, for now, gives us the capacity. Only just over, though. Now, we don't really have much university capacity. We do have a little university, but it's not the greatest. But we can come back to that at a later date. Right, public transport anyway. So now we've got a few more people now using taxis, which is good. We've got over 1,000 people a month using our bus line, our own singular bus line, and that's mainly transporting everybody coming on planes to and from. So that kind of almost correlates with itself. There is more people using planes. That's because some people also arrive via taxi, and some people are willing to walk over the bridge. So it's almost similar. Those numbers, almost similar. Biking availability, there is a lot of capacity for parked bikes, so that's all good. Post, ooh. Now we could look at extending. I know there's like an upgrade I can do to this building for the sorting facility. So that's for extra storage. We want extra processing capabilities. Now, where do we have post offices? We haven't really added extra post boxes around there. Nor have we done over here. I don't know whether that is a wise thing to do over here. I'm going to drop one in there anyway. And drop one there just for the coverage. It's mainly so we've got coverage. But I think adding an extra building would be a good shout. I could add in... It's all for capacity, that is. I need more processing. Now, what do they provide anyway in terms of processing? Do we know? Or is the processing led to sorting speed? I'm confused. So that does 50,000 a month sorting speed, but with our upgrade, we've had an extra 25, so that would be 75,000. But then hold on, our processing's now just doubled. I suppose it depends when you're looking at it, maybe. Yeah, I could be getting tripped up on that. Leisure, we do need to extend our leisure. Weirdly, we do have some tourists. Outside of the area connections, you can see the food is now starting to increase up on the fish exports. And that's because we're turning a lot of the fish into food. So that's why that number is increasing, which is good. It's a byproduct of the fish industry, which is perfect. You gotta love it, boys. You gotta love it right now. Everything else is just, it is what it is. Company profitability right now. Some are making money, some are not, which is not good news. Why are these guys not making money? It's because it's electronics and it is like a commodity that we are taxing quite high with our tariffs. So it is understandable. It is understandable right now. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Right, we'll end it here, boys. Let me know what you want me to call the airport itself, the island itself. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if I should move my transport hub area over to the airport island. It does make a little bit more sense. Let me know in the comment section down below. But we'll get on to the expansions thick and fast very shortly. Until next time, I will see you all soon. So goodbye.